Hi everyone, Chelsea with the Walnut Cove Public Library. Today we're going to learn how to draw some animals. We will be drawing an elephant, a snail, a bird, a donkey, and we're going to be using the donkey to draw a horse. Feel free to go back and reference the how to draw sheets. You will need a pencil, a piece of paper, anything to color with, markers, crayons, or pencils, and a Sharpie or pen to outline. First, we will be sketching the elephant. So begin by sketching your larger circle for the body, and then sketch a smaller circle for the head. You're not going to do a perfect circle every time, but if you do little C shapes, that typically helps get you a better rounded circle. Erase all the lines that overlap, so you want the head above the body, and then draw your little ears. Erase the lines because the ears are over the body. Draw you two little feet. Make sure you erase the lines. Sketch two little tusks. And then next is your nose. I still did little C shapes because that helped with the curve. And then two little eyes. And I forgot to erase the line here, but you erase that line that the tusk goes over the head area. And then you add a little tail, a little bit of hair on the tip of the tail. And then there I go, erasing the line. And you want to add two little tusk lines. So you can use Sharpie or pen, like I said, to do an outline. I'm personally going to do a Sharpie because that's easier to obtain. So when you're doing an outline, you want to try to do one smooth motion. So like the start to the end, I did, so like that body segment, I did from the start to the end. The start where it at the ear and then to the end at the foot. If you do one smooth line, it typically looks a lot cleaner. I messed up on the face, so I just turned that into a little head shadow. And then you want to erase all the pencil lines after your Sharpie or pen has dried. That way it looks even cleaner. So I highly encourage to always check the colors you are going to color with or paint or whatever. I chose way too dark of colors for this, but you don't have to check them right next to the art. Honestly, you can just check the markers on a separate sheet or the colors you choose on a separate sheet, and it helps you know what you're actually coloring with instead of it being a completely opposite color of what you need. Way too dark of a gray, but I knew that because I tested it right next to it. But anyway, there's a little elephant. Yay! Now, let's sketch a snail. So the trick with the snail is doing a lowercase a. So you would just do a straight line, and then you would do your circle with the little C shapes like we did for the elephant, and then you would also do a little curl inside the A, and then you need to do a J shape for the bottom of the snail. And you just bring it out a little bit further than that straight line, and then do the same shape I just did there. And then do a U, and then 2 little round eyes. Yep, little C-shaped circles. A little smiley face. The original drawing had a upset looking snail, so I put a smiley face. Forget the little irises on the snail. So like before, you're going to do smooth motions with a Sharpie or pen for the outline. This you can see a lot better where I go from start to end. One smooth motion. And then you erase your pencil lines. Just like with the elephant, test your colors. I did 3 different colors of green, and then I did an orange for the shell. I did the lighter color for the eyes, the medium color for the part of the body with the smiley face on it, and then the darkest color for the part that's under the shell. Alright, let's sketch a bird. So, in my opinion, the bird and the donkey and the horse are probably the more difficult of the set of animals we were sketching. But, because there's not exactly shapes, you just do it a line at a time. And you have to make sure you're nice and fluid about it. Still, for the rounder shapes, I always do the C shapes, even if it is just a line. No sketch is perfect, and that's the best part about it being your art, is that everyone's is different. Just like the last 2 sketches we did, you want to outline in fluid motions. You don't do the C's or anything here. And then we will get to coloring it and testing out the colors. I think my favorite sketch out of all of these is probably the bird. I am biased because red is my favorite color, but I did a lot of different layers of colors in it. I just think it looks the coolest personally. So next we will be sketching the donkey. First, sketch a small circle, and then sketch 2 larger circles next to each other. I made the small circle a little bit bigger to go with the body circles. And then you want to add a little snout. And then 2 lines. Really, those 3 circles are the only shapes out of the whole thing. The rest of it is kind of more lines and slight curves. The main thing you want to remember is that you need to connect the 2 body circles, but you need to leave enough room for the legs, where the legs start. Kind of in the center of each one. And then just like with the elephant, you want to erase the circles that are not needed, the pieces of the circles, because once you get the outline of the body, the circles on the inside will not be needed anymore. The thing I always have the hardest time with is the hooves on donkeys and horses. I can never get it right, but have at it. Donkeys always have longer ears, so I always draw the ears first and then the little pieces of hair. And then donkeys have stand-up hair on their necks. Theirs does not lay down like a horse. And their tails are also different than a horse's by being kind of similar to an elephant's, where it's just got a little bit of hair on the end of it. Another major thing to remember when it comes to sketching donkeys and horses is to make sure you add all 4 legs. You don't have a 2-legged animal. There's always 2 other legs behind the forward ones. So sketch the legs, all 4 of them. Don't forget to add the nostril and to add the eye. So cute. So be sure to outline your donkey in smooth motions. So for this, I colored the donkey with markers and crayons. I tested the colors on a separate sheet to leave room for the horse, because I knew I wanted to do the horse in something crazy and not believable. But the thing about a donkey is you need to make sure that you add the cross to the back area, because all donkeys have a line going down their back and across it. So a horse is the exact same as a donkey, but instead you do a fuller tail because they have more hair on their tail. And then you do shorter, pointier ears. And the hair on their neck is more of a lay down unless you cut it, but their hair lays down on their neck. Your sketches can be however you want them, whatever color you want them, and this horse is to prove that. I'm going to be coloring a blue horse. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you for the next STEAM video. Check us out on our Facebook, Walnut Cove Public Library, or our Instagram, which is WCO Library. Don't forget to like and share and follow our YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!